First of all, let me welcome all of you to this great day of celebration. I am often asked, Judge, how can you do this job? This job is so filled with pain and heartbreak. And I respond, you are only looking at one part of this job. You, all of the families who have reunited, all of the now healthy parents, all of you have provided security for these children. This is why I do this job. It is each and every one of you that bring me joy, and if you don't believe me, watch me tear up every time I give you one of you a dismissal. When it's safe to go home, home is the best place to raise a child. Each of you parents has stepped forward to acknowledge their shortcomings, and then you accepted the challenge of correcting them to get these children home. Okay, enough of that now. Let's get to the celebration. But first, let me take a moment to talk to you about thanking one person who's not asking for any thanks. Commissioner Hillman? You know, it was 3 years ago when he when he rotated onto dependencies, a little terrified, a little unsure of what dependencies were all about, but he has been such a tremendous asset to the team we have at juvenile court. And I said to him, Commissioner, I need you to take on this task. And he looked at me and he said, really? And from that day forward, he has never looked back. He has worked with this committee, he has worked with our veteran parents, he's worked with our sponsors. Without him, this event would not have occurred, and I want to take a moment to say thank you for all you do. You're welcome. Now I want to introduce you to, well, my boss, sort of. You know, the word on the street is I don't have a boss, but I actually do listen when other people talk, on occasion. Judge McDermott is our presiding judge of Superior Court for King County. He is committed to making our justice system work for the benefit of all people, and especially for our children and our families. Judge McDermott will join us in introducing the bench and reading the governor's proclamation. Judge?
Thank you, Judge Clark, and on behalf of all of the judges in King County Superior Court, welcome. This is a very special day for all of us, and I'm very proud of the judicial officers and the staff and the people who are here who have made all of this possible. I would like to begin by introducing the members of our bench who were able to share this time with us today. On my far right is Judge Jim Doherty. Next to him is Judge Michael Trickey. Next to him is Judge Harry McCarthy. Then Judge Laura Jean Middow. Judge Barbara Mack. You have your fans, Judge Mack. Judge Susan Craighead. Commissioner Meg Sassaman. Judge Deborah Fleck. Commissioner Jackie Jeske. Commissioner Julia Garrett. Commissioner Elizabeth Castilleja. You already met Commissioner Mark Hillman, and I don't think you have a boss, Judge Clark. Judge Patricia Clark, who by her dedication is so inspirational to the rest of us. That's one of the reasons why we're all here, quite frankly. Judge Clark needs to have more of an ovation, ladies and gentlemen. I'd also like to introduce several dignitaries who have graced us with their presence today. First, I'd like to introduce one of our friends in Olympia, a very strong supporter of children and families, Representative Ruth Kegi. Ruth? Next, I'd like to introduce Assistant Secretary of the Department of Social and Health Services, Denise Revels Robinson. You know, we have a wonderful county council, and am I too close?
No, Sharon Osborne, Children's Home Society.
Great, thank you. What would we do without you, Mark? We have a great deal of support from our county council and from our county executive, and with us here today is the Deputy County Executive, Mr. Fred Jarrett. Fred? Also with us from Children's Home Society, Sharon Osborne. And last but not least, I'd also like to introduce to you our Director of Family Court Services, Joreen Reber. Joreen? Now, it's my pleasure to be able to read to you a proclamation from our governor. And I think it's pretty cool that every year we were able to obtain this. Judge Gregoire has been a friend to children and families, or Judge Gregoire, maybe, who knows, maybe in the next life. Anyway, Governor Gregoire has been a friend to children and families, and this is something very near and dear to her, and I am really rebounding. Anyway, I'm going to step back and you can hear me probably better. Proclamation. Whereas all children need the care, love, security, and stability of family unity, including parents, siblings, grandparents, and other extended family members, to provide a solid foundation for personal growth, development, and maturity. And whereas reunification with family is the preferred outcome for children removed from their homes and placed in foster care, and whereas for most children in foster care, reunification with their family is the best option for a permanent and loving home, and each year hundreds of thousands of children are successfully reunited with their families. And whereas safe reunification takes work, commitment, and investment of time and resources by parents, family members, social workers, foster parents, service providers, attorneys, courts, and the community. And whereas June 29, 2012, King County Reunification Day, will celebrate families and communities coming together to acknowledge the hard work to satisfy or to safely reunify a family and to raise awareness about the importance of family reunification to children in foster care. Now, therefore, I, Christine O. Gregoire, Governor of the State of Washington, do hereby proclaim June 2012 as Reunification Month in Washington State, and I urge all citizens to join me in this special occasion. Signed, the 14th day of June 2012, Christine Gregoire, Governor of the State of Washington. Again, thank you for being here, and congratulations to all of you.
You know, there's a big open space down here, and I know you all are accustomed to trying to get your kids to be quiet and still during court, but actually, there's a big open space down here, should you decide to use it. I want to take this opportunity to introduce to you a woman that I have come to admire over the last several years that I have known her. She came to us from Wisconsin in 2009, and she came as the Assistant Secretary of the Department of Social and Health Services. She came to help us as a system move forward, but here's what the part that I came to respect and to admire. She came with an idea that families are the most precious thing that we have, and we need to preserve them if we possibly can. We needed to find ways to keep our children at home. Did you hear me? Keep our children at home. To prevent removal wherever possible, and where we have to remove, to quickly, when possible and safe, to send these babies back home. She is committed to the idea that the family is the best place to raise a child. She's been with us now for several years, and the system and the changes that we have reflect her guidance and her caring for all of the children and families that come into her life and to her agency every day. Denise?
Thank you for your kind words, Judge Clark, members of the judiciary, honored guests. I am so happy to be here today and honored to share in this celebration for reunification, children back with their families. I have been looking forward to attending this event since I was here last year. So it's one of the highlights of all the things that I do. Any day that a child can go home safely is a day for celebration, and today is no different. So to the families who are in the room, who we are celebrating today, I want to add my special words of thanks and congratulations to each of you and your adorable children. I am just, when I walked in today, every child I saw was just a blessing. And so congratulations to each of you for your hard work, and best wishes for your continued success. None of us do anything alone in life, and so the partnership, the collaboration that is evidenced today with this event, I think is also what we see in those of us who are working with families and children every day. So to the parents, thank you again for what you have taught us, and I'm looking forward to listening to the stories and to hearing your words in your own voice today. It's not often enough that the public is aware that the goal of the child welfare system actually is to return children safely. We don't hear enough about that. So events like this really do help to put a spotlight on that. And it touches my heart every time I hear about a safe reunification. And I am so glad to be here to celebrate with all of you today. I wanted to thank also the sponsors for this event, and my special words of thanks to the co-chairs for being such wonderful hostesses, and I know that you've been working very hard in the planning. And I also wanted to thank Chris Robinson. She actually picked me up in Seattle and gave me a ride here today so I could be on time, because last year I was late. And so thank you, Chris. I really appreciate that. And I wanted to acknowledge the Children's Administration staff who are in the room today. So could you just stand and be acknowledged from the Children's Administration? I want to thank each of you for your commitment to public service and for your commitment to public child welfare and the families and children we serve. And I also want to acknowledge all of the partners who are here today who work together along with the judiciary on behalf of every child and family. So I think I am at the end, and I thank you for your time. And again, I am so honored to be here, and I just look forward to the rest of the program and all these beautiful children. Thank you.
And now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you a young woman that I have had the pleasure of watching her grow, mature, can I say that? And take on leadership roles throughout this whole child welfare system. Elise is a veteran parent. She's walked the walk, and now she's helping other parents walk the walk. But more important, As I talked to her the other day in the hallway, and she was trying to juggle childcare issues, getting this thing organized issues, school issues, life issues, her attitude remained, you know, Judge, it's really stressful, but I can do this. I now know I am strong enough to do this. So I gave her a hug, and off she went. And here she is today in all of her glory. She has put this together with the help of her team. She is raising her family, and bless her heart, she's getting her education. Recently, she was recognized by the American Bar Association Center on Children and the Law as the National Reunification Hero. Give her a round of applause. Her story was recently presented to a congressional subcommittee to support a request for housing for our families. It's this kind of returning what you received from the system that's going to help all of us grow and improve what's happening to our families. Look at the model she's setting for families coming into the system, but more important, look at the model she's setting for her children. I am so proud to know you. Please.
It was a very heartfelt welcome. I'm shaking. Thank you for all of the absolute support. But today I want to present, I have the honor of presenting our parent speakers. I would like to begin with Constance Edgar. She's a 29-year-old mother of 2 children, Kayla Marie, who is 2.5, and Jamie Jo, who is 1.5, so it's safe to say she has her hands full. Her case was dismissed January 11th, and her and her husband went through this process together, so I also want to commend him on that. She works for King County Superior Court's parent-to-parent program, and also has another full-time job. She is also committed to giving back and to moving forward. Let's please give her a warm welcome.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Constance Edgar, and first I would like to thank everybody for coming out here today to celebrate not only my accomplishments, but the accomplishments of so many other parents. It was a long road and at times very trying, but here we are. We made it. I first became involved with the department due to addiction and unhealthy relationships. In the beginning, it felt horrible. I did not know how to make my life better, but knew that I had to and honestly wanted to. As things progressed, I got to experience great things. I became involved with a great team of people affiliated with Family Treatment Court, who not only understood, but gave me the encouragement and support that I needed to change my life, not only for myself, but for the sake of my children. My family became involved in my life again, and were also there to support me through this process. All these people gave me the hope, strength, and tools I needed to be a great mother, wife, friend, sister, and daughter. Today I am employed and fully self-supporting. I also get to help other parents going through this process. My husband and I have a relationship that meets both our needs and is far from toxic. And the best thing of all, my children have both their parents who are capable and loving. My family is proud of me and for the life that I'm living today. So with that, I want to thank everyone who never gave up on me and that supported me from day one. You all gave me the support I needed to make a better life for myself and my children. Today, my dreams are coming true, and each and every one of you played a huge role in that. For that, I will be forever grateful. Thank you, and God bless.
And next, I would like to introduce Barry Jackson, who is a single father of 2.5-year-old Mariah. He is a Family Treatment Court graduate, and he also works as a veteran parent at the Parent-to-Parent program. He's a full-time student working on his degree in social and human services. He's a leader at his youth group in church and also volunteers at New Horizons, which serves homeless and street-involved youth. Let's give Barry Jackson a great warm applause.
Good afternoon. Can you guys hear me? All right, I got a loud voice, so maybe I'll back up. First of all, my name is Barry Jackson, and I'm sure I probably spoke to all of the parents, kind of setting this up. But and I am the father to Mariah Jackson, and I'm just honored to be her dad and be involved in her life the way that I am. I'm honored to be asked to stand up today and give some and just kind of speak today. So kind of nervous. I'll back up a little bit. First of all, I just want to say to all the parents that are here, this is your day, and congratulations for all the work that you have done to have your case dismissed. And I would love to give you guys a round of applause. So I'll do that right now. So when I first came into the system and children's administrators intervened in my life, which was shortly after Mariah's birth, I was battling addiction, and I had some issues with substance use. And though I believed I was a good parent, I really was an unfit parent, but at that time I didn't think that I was. As I began to navigate through the system and engaged in the services that was asked of me, I began to gain tools, and I began to apply those tools, and then my self-esteem increased, and I began to gain confidence. I built a real positive support network, which I encourage everyone to do. I have just an awesome sober support. I am in recovery, and so I'm grateful for my sober support. I'm very highly involved in church, and so I have a church support, and I'm grateful for that. And I have a huge family support. Today, my family calls me and asks me for input in family decisions, which is something that just didn't happen 3 years ago. And so I'm truly grateful for that. Today, my daughter and I, our lives we're just truly blessed, and we're really thriving. As Elise had said, outside of being a full-time parent, I am a full-time student, and I'm working part-time with the parent-to-parent program, and doing some volunteer work. I want to get more involved with our King County Parent Advocacy Committee, KPAC, and then something I want to all the parents. Once your case is dismissed, you are eligible. Well, not so eligible, but that's one of the requirements for you to be a veteran parent. So I encourage all you guys to. This is Elise. Give her a call, or Kimberly Mays, and come down and work with other parents who are going through this process. I think it's just you'll be rewarded inside you'll be blessed by doing it. And also, I just want to say that I want to kind of emphasize to the dads that are in the room, I want to be a voice for fathers, and I went through the father engagement program. I thank Jonah, I see him in the room today, and just to commend the fathers who have gone through this process and had their case dismissed. It's huge that dads are in the lives of our children, and we're going to make a great impact on the next generation by being involved. So in closing, I just want to say again, congratulations to all the parents for all the work that you've done. Continue to stay on the path that got you to getting your case dismissed, and thank you.
Now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Representative Ruth Kegi. You know, I went in today and I pulled up her bio because I needed information. And then I thought to myself, besides the fact that she's been in the legislature since 1998, what I had to tell you was much more important than the words I could find in the bio. This woman has been a champion for children and families for as long as I have known her. She has struggled to keep the issues that are facing our families at the forefront of the legislative agenda. She's always available to look at new projects, new innovative ideas, to figure out new ways to deliver services, to get our families healthy, and to get our children home and safe. It has been my honor over the past several years to work with her on a number of projects, and I have never, ever been disappointed. Her commitment is always to make sure that our kids are protected and our families get the best break that they can have. I am so proud to know you, Representative Kegi, and to have worked with you over the years. Please.
Thank you very much, Judge Clark. And congratulations to every one of you. It really is a thrill to be here. I have to tell you, I've gone to a number of adoption days. This is the first time, I'm ashamed to say, I've come to your Reunification Day. And it is absolutely the goal of our laws and the services we fund to help families safely reunify with their children. There is no question that a loving, stable family is absolutely the best place for a child. So I just congratulate you, and I've heard some things today that really reinforce the work that I'm trying to do in child welfare. And that's the importance of the choice you made to engage in services, to address the problems, even if you didn't think you had problems to begin with. The importance of the services that were available and the help you got really engaging with those services. The support from family and friends. Support is absolutely the most important piece of being able to get through tough times, and every one of us has very tough times at times in our life. So hang on to that support that you've built. And the importance of dads. And I've heard a lot this morning or this afternoon about Family Treatment Court. I think it really is one of the tools that has helped families really successfully get through all the barriers to reunify. So I, again, want to congratulate you, and I want to thank all of the people who work so hard to help families reunify with their children. Our judges and commissioners, the attorneys, and most of all the caseworkers who really work with you and work with other families and try to help you get to this wonderful day where you can celebrate reunification with your children. Congratulations.
So one of the things we know about the work that we do is that we cannot do it alone. So could I have all the attorneys in the room, defense and AG, please stand up. Could I have all the CASAs, please stand up. Could I have all the social workers, please stand up. As I'm fond of saying in Family Treatment Court, this is your team. This team has worked to get the kids home and to get these families stable. Somebody needs to get a child before I lose a speaker. Okay, all right. So there are also a group of people who work with you and these families on a day-to-day basis, who do the review hearings, who do the permanency planning hearings. You don't see me as often as you see them, and without them, this system would not work. So I would like to introduce you to our commissioners, past and present, who have worked this calendar. Commissioner Gallagher, would you please come forward? Commissioner Hillman. Commissioner Castilleja. Commissioner Garrett. I didn't see you, Commissioner Jeske. Commissioner Jeske. And Commissioner Sassaman. You want to take over?
All right. So I need to get the certificates, and we're going to hand out the certificates for the families. And what we're going to do so that the families don't have to come down here and try to wrangle kids is we have people that are going to run the certificates up to you. We're the people.
Okay. Are we going to run them up?
They're going to run them up. See, we have four runners. Okay? So call them out, and then I'll just hand them out.
Boyd family?
Raise your hand. Boyd family.
Oh, there they are.
Brady family. Brady, right there.
Daring family?
Edgar.
There you are. I'll just give you that. The Ford and Lewis family.
The Goodwin family.
And my personal favorite, the Huffstetler family.
Jackson family.
Over here. The Kimmel family.
The Krug family. Krug.
The Landa family.
Mays family.
Oh, there she is. The Olvida family.
The Rochester family.
Meyer family.
There they are. I hope I pronounced this correctly. The Salavano family.
The Vargas family.
Todd family.
And lastly, the Vorenkamp family.
Well, not quite lastly. We have three families who registered late, or our system isn't quite perfect, or we didn't get them on the list. So I promise you, you will get your certificates in the mail. The Casso family, can you stand up? The Soren family. Soren. And the Everett family. Everett family? All right. I promise you'll get your certificates in the mail within a week. So I would very much like to thank all of the families for coming out. It is because of you that we have this celebration. This is your day, so thank you and congratulations.
Final parent presenter is going to be Danielle Goodwin. She has been working for the parent-to-parent program since February of 2010, since her case has been dismissed. She is now a peer support specialist at Valley Cities Counseling with Child and Family Services. She's an active member and parent policy lead of King County Parent Advocacy Committee and the Washington State PAC. She is also an active member of Child Haven's Parent Advisory Committee and is a dedicated and loving mother to a 5, 7, and 9-year-old, and is also a caregiver of her husband's nephew. Let's give her a great applause.
It's an honor to stand here and share with you my experiences as a parent advocate, what it was like, and how it's played a huge part in every aspect of my life. First, I would like to send a warm thank you to several people who played a huge part in my success. Commissioner Castilleja, thank you. Thank you so much for believing in me. I'd like to thank my family preservation caseworker who's not here, my CASA, my attorney, Aaron Lovell, and I had many social workers, but one stands out, Miho Awazu. Thank you. And I had no idea Miss Barbara Mack would be here, and I'm also a graduate of drug court, as is my husband. So thank you for the work you did with him, and on myself. I'd like to thank my loving family at Overcomer Covenant Church, and last but not least, my husband James. The day my case. Can everybody hear? Yeah. The day my case was dismissed, I was encouraged to go meet the coordinator of a program called Parent to Parent. At the time, I didn't know why they would refer me, of all people. I didn't feel qualified, but something inside said, just go. I went and met Miss Kimberly Mays, who shared with me that she was also a successful parent of the child welfare system. She shared her story with me. I was not only impressed with her success in getting her child back, but all she had accomplished afterward. Prior to all this, I could never fathom how my past mistakes or pain could possibly be used to do anything good. But I now know that it's the one thing that helps me connect with parents like no one else can. Kim offered me a job at Parent to Parent, and I began educating and encouraging parents new to CPS. I must say, it was mind-blowing to be working in the same dependency court that used to really intimidate me and bring a message of hope to other fearful parents that they too can address the issues which led to having their children removed and reunify with their families. I thank God for Miss Mays. She has offered me many opportunities and is a woman who loves to share her success. Kim also encouraged me to get involved in the King County Parent Advocacy Committee, which is a group of veteran parents working alongside Children's Administration and many other child welfare allies to better the child welfare system. I did, and of course I felt unsure of what I could offer, but with the guidance and support of both professionals and other veteran parents, I have found it to be my passion. One of the things that this work has helped me to do is build on my self-esteem, develop professional relationships, which have led to many opportunities. One of which is to share our experience from a parent's perspective to graduating social workers at the University of Washington School of Social Work. This is powerful because we're playing a part in educating new social workers that people can change and families do reunite. I am also proud to announce that during the 2012 legislative session, veteran parents involved with both the King County Parent Advocacy Committee and Washington State Parent Advocacy Committee, in partnership with State Representative Ruth Kegi, Senator Hargrove, and with the guidance of Nancy Roberts Brown and Kevin Solarte, and many more, we have succeeded in helping 2 major child welfare reform bills being passed. These new bills will continue to help us create a better child welfare system, and I'm honored to be the parent lead on the implementation of House Bill 2264 within Washington State. We veteran parents are at many of the decision-making tables that affect child welfare. I now know that all my experiences have not only been for me, but for all those coming behind me. Any barrier that we veteran parents have faced or see other parents facing, we bring to the stakeholders who will partner with us in making the child welfare system better. Veteran parents are also presenting with the Incarcerated Mothers Advocacy Project at the State Women's Prison, sharing our stories of hope to inmates who have children in foster care. Becoming a veteran parent is one of the most rewarding opportunities. It has helped me keep what I've been blessed with, and most of all, keeps my recovery and success in perspective. Because of this, I've even been able to guide my sibling through her own CPS case. Due to my participation and experience in all the advocacy work, I recently was hired as a full-time peer support specialist with Valley City's Counseling and Consultation Child and Family Services. I can't say thank you enough to all of my coworkers, as well as professionals who believed and encouraged and taught me all I know about advocacy. Elise, your kindness and ability to teach is priceless. Nancy and Kevin, your guidance has been invaluable. Thank you, Sharonda, for your strong leadership. Commissioner Hillman, your support of the veteran parent movement is unmatched. Thank you to all of our partners and allies who are instrumental in the progress being made. I want to emphasize that I am one of many veteran parents who do all that I mentioned, and at this time, will all of the veteran parents please stand and let's give them a round of applause. And I want to strongly encourage all newly dismissed parents to get involved with the King County Parent Advocacy Committee. The advantages of giving back to your community and helping families at large, and also opportunities to be paid and moving this mission forward are many. Our King County Parent Advocacy Committee will have flyers available at the reception, so feel free to reach out to any of the parents you saw standing and ask how you can get involved in this rewarding movement. May God bless you and keep you all. Thanks.